Hi, this is Matt with remove-malware.com, and tonight I'm going to take a look at an antivirus that has stirred up a lot of buzz on the internet lately. It's called Eset Nod32 version 5. It's Eset's antivirus, like their consumer version. Their corporate version is called Smart Security. But this antivirus, man, I tell you what, they've got some followers all over my YouTube comments and direct messages and all over my blog. There's some like fierce Nod32 supporters out there. It's like the Ron Paul of antiviruses, supporter wise. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. Well, first, I need to download Nod32 version 5. I'm going to go ahead and switch to full screen here. I'm using a virtual machine to do my testing. So if we go to filehippo.com, you can download a commercial trial. I think that's what they call it, or some kind of trial. Yeah, commercial trial. It's 48.87 megabytes, decently small. Let's go ahead and save it to my desktop here. I should also preface this review with, I was kind of messing around with the malware domain list. It's where I get my samples of malware, and I've already been there tonight, so I hope I don't have too many dead links. So we'll see. I may need to cut this up a little bit, kind of take away some of these boring moments, or you can fast forward. Depends on what I feel like. So while this is installing and all that stuff, if you're new, my name's Matt. I run a blog called remove-malware.com, and I have a business in St. Louis where I like to go out and help the community clean up their computers. I get rid of a lot of malware on their computers. I fix their computers, bad hard drives, slow operating system, new computers, transfer data, all kinds of stuff. I also work in corporate environment, so I've worked in the corporate IT environment for 16 years now. I'm 35 years old, so long time. I got started in college. So I work from, it's kind of funny, I work from like enterprise, like SAN stuff, all the way down to helping mom and pop, with their computer every day. So it's a weird existence, to say the least. Detection of potentially unwanted applications. I'll go ahead and say yes. Enable. Install. The Nod antivirus stuff. But sometimes when you go out to computer stores, like I have a Micro Center in my city now. It's here in Brentwood in St. Louis. And it's the biggest, best computer store ever. I'm just in love. And they have like these Nod boxes all around the store, but it's basically it looks like the iRobot. You remember that movie like a few years ago with Will Smith and all that junk? It's iRobot. I think they got their logo from that movie. So I don't know, they stuck with it. I like it though. It's cool, man. So the install's going pretty good. It's not too long or anything. And oh yeah, I promise. I'm sorry for anybody who follows me and like watches all my videos. I'll definitely take care of this. This is a legit copy of Windows, but my virtual machine, whenever I activate it, it doesn't care. Like as soon as I reboot, this is here again. So not sure who I need to talk to about that. I guess I'll have to look it up. So while this is installed, I'm going to get my browser ready for sampling. Basically what I like to do, in case you don't follow me much, I like to load up about, if I can, 10 malicious URLs. And that's just URLs that have malware associated with them. I like to use the malware domain list. It's a little touch and go. I mean, it's not always perfect, but the thing I like about them is they have a description of what you're actually going to load, and they do have zero-day stuff. Zero-day malware is malware that's been out for less than 24 hours, and that's what we're going to try to test with. So you can see this 2011, 9/15, and now they've included a date and time in which it was submitted or found. I don't know what they consider there. On the ESET install, we'll hit finish. And we have the little ESET logo down there. If I double click it, pops up. We're going to activate a trial license. It just wants an email address. Let's give it my Ymail. Wants a state or province. I'll say Missouri. That's where I'm from. Hit OK, and immediately it starts downloading an update. That's cool. You don't have to actually tell it to update. It just says, OK, time to update. So it's a 12 megabyte update, 12.6 megabytes. In this video, I won't be doing any kind of configuration with Nod. It's just a straight out of the box. You heard it was great. Someone told you it's an awesome antivirus. You don't know much about software. You just want to install it and protect your computer kind of deal. So that's what I'm doing here. I just install it, update it, and I get back to my life. If I decide to do any kind of in-depth videos in the future, they'll probably be a little bit shorter. You'll see them on here. Almost all my videos are kind of geared towards just the average user out there, you know, mom pop kind of user. It's the biggest audience. I'm guessing that's why I have like over 4 million views now. So okay, update is not necessary. The virus database is up to date. You can see it's been updated here. They have a little pop-up pops up. So let's go ahead and take a snapshot of the PC before we load any malware. So we'll say Nod updated before malware. So basically I'm doing this just in case I come up to a piece of malware that Nod doesn't know about and our computer gets infested. We want to restart with a clean environment and continue on with testing. Unless it's just obscene and, you know, let's say I get 3 or 4 pieces of malware that make it through, then I'm just going to quit. So we'll shoot for 10, see how far we get. I never guarantee how far I go. So it's, I'm thinking it's taking a snapshot right now because it's kind of frozen. Yeah, it is. So it's saving state. Normally, my snaps are almost instant. I'm not sure. Maybe my host is busy doing something. So this brings up another point. People want to know what I'm running on my home computers. Right now, I'm doing a combination of Norton Internet Security and Komodo Defense Plus. You can see the X on the Norton Internet Security. I've turned off some stuff so that I can actually do this review. Norton's good. It'll actually filter the traffic coming from the virtual machine and block a lot of my testing. So I have to dumb it down pretty deep while I'm doing my video. So I'm waiting for this snapshot to finish. It's the problem with snapping. Sometimes they can take a while. Okay, so I know I've been in here tonight, and I know there's some porn junk in here, so I'm actually going to try to avoid it because I don't feel like editing, but if I have to edit, then oh well, I'll try. Or not try, I will. So let's go ahead and do our first URL here. This is a rootkit. It's called about.exe. And Nod blocks it. Gives you basically what it was, where it came from, the threat type, what they consider it's called, and connection terminated, quarantine. So we'll say OK. Let's move on to number 2. This will be a fake AV. Not going to really go over the exploits tonight. This machine accidentally got patched, so I don't think those are really going to work on here anyway. This is a fake antivirus coming from a cz.cc domain. Should always avoid those domains. It's asking me to load w.exe. Kind of quiet. CPU's up there. Oh man. So okay, well, I saw W running, and then it says it blocked this URL. So, and my task manager closed on me automatically. It's kind of I don't see any fake antivirus, but that was kind of weird, I gotta say. I don't really know how to classify that one. I guess I'll just call it pending. I'll have to run a malware scan after this. Alright, we'll move on to number 3. I have to call that pending. So we'll do a Zeus Trojan. It's another exe. We're going to go ahead. Oh, Nod blocked it. Let's go ahead to number 4. Another exe. Probably going to test all exes tonight because I'm running short on time. Not found. Boy, let's see. Let's go with this Trojan. This would be number 4 if it blocks it. Nothing yet. Okay. Let's go on to a Zeus Trojan. Another exe. Locked. Move on to number 5. It's a fake antivirus. It's Parkside. No biggie. These are all the same kind of file. I think I'm guessing this domain's got to be dead by now. Yeah, it's just gonna be dead. So, it says Nod requires our attention. For what? Operating system is not up to date. That's the cool thing about Nod. You know what? I don't see this in a lot of antiviruses. Or, yeah, this is just an antivirus. This is even a security suite. These guys will go out and scan your system for patches that you may be missing. And I've seen this on the corporate clients I support. I've got like 2 trading houses. They trade stocks and junk like that in St. Louis, and I have them set up with Eset for smart security, and it's a cool thing. It does keep their system up to date. Very cool, like that. Every antivirus should have that. It's more important than an antivirus, to tell you the truth. The only reason we actually have viruses are because we have holes. in our operating system, and if we patch those constantly, then there's really not much need for antivirus. So that's just a, I don't know, neat feature. I love that. Anyway, I lost track. Where was I? Hopefully I'm number 6 or something. I think I blocked 5. Oh gosh, I don't know. I lost track. Oh well. Looks like a dead URL. Let's try one of these fake scanner pages. This is cool. Nod blocks this page right here. Access to the page is blocked by Nod32. This page is on a list of websites that are potentially dangerous. Very nice. So we'll count that as 5. Let's move on to 6. It's from the same domain, but it's an actual fake antivirus. Again, this was blocked. Set up .exe. Move on to number 7. It's still blocking stuff from that domain. This is another fake AV. It's from yesterday. So we can't exactly count this as a 0 day. Unless it's later than 9:26 p.m. But I'm not looking. So let's see. We've got an exe here. Alright, blocked. Let's go on to number 8. Redirects to fake AV. Nothing on number 8 so far. Let's go on for this Trojan scar. Sounds nasty. Okay, number 8 blocked. Number 9 is Trojan spy eye. Good old spy eye. Blocked. 9. Now, obviously these are not 0 days, but you know, they're a day old. It's pretty good. Nine's just trying to load. I'm guessing it's going to time out. I'll try one exploit kit here, just because my operating system is out of date on patches. Nah, nothing there. Okay, we'll go with the Trojan downloader. Oops. Let's see. 9 is blocked. And for our last sample, let's give it Trojan spy eye. Doesn't look like it's going to load. Let's go around for some more. This is one of those ransomware EXEs. These typically get past a lot of antiviruses out there. Let's see what Nod does with it. And number 10, blocked. That's a day old, but still Nod blocks it. And it says, you know, okay, this address has been blocked. Internet Explorer blocks it. So, I mean, so far, Nod's done a fantastic job, right? So let's go ahead and move right along here and download Malwarebytes and run a scan with that. See if it has anything to say, if it's, if Nod has missed anything. The only thing I'm talking about would be that fake antivirus. I think it was sample number 2, where it was loading w.exe. It was actually w1 in brackets. And since this is a 32-bit version of Windows 7, I will test with GMER and Tdss Killer from Kaspersky, just to make sure, that Nod covered the bases and blocked everything. I don't like to end the video and say, "Oh yeah, it did kick ass," and "Wow, it's done." I want to actually say, it did a great job, and then let's go ahead and prove that beyond, 95% doubt. There's still some malware out there that's custom designed, and you'll never be able to detect it. Some pieces of malware that are developed by governments are only intended for certain targets, and they just basically haven't been seen by anything, and so therefore they're not in any definition. They're just not out there. And maybe be detected by something like Norton Sonar or Defense Plus or something like that. But I got to tell you, a lot of the corporations I've worked in as a consultant, they're just ultimately lazy with their antivirus. So you better believe it. Some of that stuff out there is designed for a company, or a organization, whatever, government, who knows. But the stuff that you and I deal with are just consumer level pieces of malware, and they're everywhere, so they're easy to detect. So I'm going to go ahead and run a scan with Malwarebytes, and while that's running, I'm going to take a little break here because I'm getting thirsty. Go ahead and pause this. Not too bad. I crammed that in 22 minutes, so it's going good. Okay, I just walked back in the room, and just from probably about 10-15 feet away, I saw something red over here. I was like, ah, damn. So let's see what it is. For some weird reason, it let this well, that's a confusing one. It's a Trojan fake alert, but it's also renamed to temp, which that's just, I don't really know how to categorize that. I mean, Malwarebytes found it, but I'm not saying Nod couldn't either, but it's kind of like a dead file. It doesn't really do much. It's a temp file. I mean, you're not going to access it, so. Alright, well, let's move on to checking for rootkits. I don't really know how I feel about that one. I'll have to think on it. That's kind of lame. Go to gmer.net, and this is a nice little rootkit scanner. Let me go into full screen here because this is getting weird. So we're going to download an exe, and it's randomly named, and I'll tell you why they do this is because if you downloaded gmer.net, a lot of malware, they're able to look for names of executables and deny them from running. But obviously, since this is a randomly generated name, it helps to allow it to run. It's not always guaranteed. Sometimes malware will use something called hash checking. It'll check the file hash and see if it's on their little blacklist. So it's going to go ahead and load that little exe here. It'll pop up in a second. It should. Unless I hit cancel or something. No, it should do it. Let's see here. Strange. Let me hit run again. I think I was talking. I must have forgot to hit run or something. So here we go. So there's GMER down there. And as soon as you open it up, it does a quick scan, and usually that is, enough to actually see if there's any kind of malware on your system, like Rootkits or what they call master boot record Rootkits. You'll see something like suspicious master boot record right here, some kind of entry right here. But I can tell there's nothing there. So we'll go ahead and go on to another one, and that's from Kaspersky. It's called Tdss Killer. This is a nice little app. It removes some of those TDSS rootkits. Basically, those are the rootkits that redirect your searches on Google. So if all of a sudden you're looking for something on Google, you do a search, you click a link right here, and all of a sudden you just get redirected to some advertisement, then you're more than likely infected with a rootkit. And if you want to try to get rid of that yourself, chances are pretty low, probably around 20%, that you'll be able to do it yourself if you're just an average user. You can try this right here. It's called Tdss Killer. A lot of times the rootkits that you'll have on your system, if you're infected, will prevent this from running. You can try to start up in safe mode. Not always guaranteed. In fact, it barely works. I've had some instances where it does work, but nice little app when it does work. You can also try to rename it too. Sometimes that helps it running, to run. But these guys also create a rescue disk, a bootable antivirus disk, and that thing just is like the staple of my malware removing business. I love that disk. It's able to heal and remove all kinds of malware from a bootable environment. And I have tutorials on my site, on my blog, remove-malware.com. Just look up Kaspersky Rescue Disk and you can figure out how to build that yourself. It's really easy. And you can clean off your system or your family member system in under an hour. It's just awesome. And it's free. I don't know if I mentioned that. So anyway, it didn't find anything. So I think Nod pretty much kicked ass. I really do. Nice application, blocked everything I pretty much threw at it. Sample number 2 was a little questionable. It left some kind of temporary fake AV thing, but nothing loaded. Nothing is down here except Nod, and good for Nod. I'm glad they're doing well, and they deserve all the praise that the internet is giving them right now. So, and it's 9:47. I should have been playing Resistance 3 or Dead Island, but oh well. I'm here for you guys. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.